Another mission on Kadena Air Base is combat search and rescue. While on base, we visited the men and women who fly those missions as part of the 33rd Rescue Squadron. Here's a look at how they, even with aging aircraft, get that job done. The ramp here at Kadena Air Base in Okinawa can be a busy place, filled with airplanes. But there's also helicopters too, and they belong to the men and women of the 33rd Rescue Squadron. And their mission is simple: save lives.
That's one of the reasons I was really drawn to this career field is while a lot of the military people think is focused on taking life, our job is to always save it.
Captain Chris Allen is a flight commander in the 33rd Rescue Squadron. He flies the HH-60G Pavehawk, a highly modified version of the Black Hawk helicopter. His squadron's mission is to find and rescue downed pilots and aircrew, wherever they are. Because of that mission, the rescue community plays a big role in the Air Force, but the pace is quick.
We get stretched in a lot of different directions sometimes, but at the end of the day, we're a small unit.
In fact, right now, one half of the 33rd is in Afghanistan, supporting operations there. And to top it off, the squadron's aircraft are showing their age, with some having structural cracks and others needing extended maintenance. Despite those issues, the squadron is doing everything they can to be ready, because they know that when they're needed, someone's life is on the line.
I don't want to say it's a good feeling, because it's never a good feeling, right? This is one of those jobs where it's kind of, you practice a lot, but you hope you never have to use it. But at the end of the day, like if that does happen to some guy, God help him, at least we're there.
But how does a rescue actually work? First, once the call comes in, the helicopters take off to go find the downed crew. But sometimes they're out of range, which is where C-130 tankers come in.
We're the boom operator on the helicopter refueling side of things, so our job is to do the plug. There's nothing really the C-130 can do to help. So the sole responsibility lies on us to make sure that we get that gas. And what also often makes it challenging is the limits that we're operating on. So oftentimes the C-130 is going about as slow as he can go before he falls out of the sky, and we're going about as fast as we can go. So operating right on those limits and doing it precisely and safely is really the thing. So a lot of training goes into that, and that's probably it's one of the more challenging things we do in this platform.
Then once they find the downed aircrew, they have to get them in the helicopter. And in order to do that, the helicopter can either land or use a hoist. According to Master Sergeant Joshua Reed, who among his other duties on the aircraft operates the hoist, it's a feeling unlike any other.
It's kind of incredible. I've been in some hairy situations with the hoist, like real world, but knowing that we use the helicopter and a hoist to extract someone from a dangerous situation is kind of humbling.
But according to Captain Allen, the rescue isn't over once they pick up the downed crew.
All the trouble you took to get there, now you got to turn around and get out. So the job's not done at that point. So yeah, we got him, but like, hey man, we got some work to do before we can really celebrate. Once you land and you see him go to the medical, to go to the surgical team or whatever. Once he gets off the helicopter, that's when you're like, okay, if we got him fast enough, like maybe they can save this guy's life.
And that's the reason that while the pace may be busy for the 33rd Rescue Squadron, they keep going because they know what's at stake. And while the Pavehawk is an old platform, a long-delayed replacement is on the way. That aircraft will be a new version of the Pavehawk, known as the W, or Whiskey model. And this week, Sikorsky announced that the first of them has begun final assembly at a plant in Connecticut. The first flight is set for later this year.